Hey everybody, happy Galaxy S22 Day. Tim here, back again for Droid Life. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. If you didn't already know, as I mentioned already, it is Galaxy S22 Day. It's official. We made it. Finally, after months of waiting and leaks and renders and all that good stuff, we have arrived and these phones are now official. I've got the Galaxy S22 and the Galaxy S22 Ultra in-house, courtesy of Samsung. Thank you so much to our Samsung overlords for hooking it up. So what we do, as we always do year after year, we dive into these puppies. And before we can give you a full, review, we've got to unbox them, of course. And then, do a whole bunch of other stuff, tips and tricks, and, the list goes on. So let's just, cut right to it. As we already know, unboxings these days tend to be a bit shorter because, you can see how thin the box is. There's not much in here. It's really just the phone and a cable, and that's about it. There will be no chargers inside. The phone, they are capable of fast charging, but, Samsung and all their wisdom, they say, no sir, we're not going to provide those sweet fast 45-watt chargers, so you're just going to have to buy them. And I think they're like $50, $50 on Samsung's website. Ouchies. Anyway, which one do we want to start with first? Galaxy S22 or the S22 Ultra? I'm thinking the S22 Ultra. That may be the one that everyone's here for. And so as we can see from the color of the S, we've got a burgundy Galaxy S22 Ultra inside. So let's go ahead and get right to it. I will say Samsung goes ahead and opens these boxes up before sending them off because they equip them with SIM cards that we can use for our review period, which is very cool. It was a T-Mobile SIM card. Oh, I guess here. Let me show you what's inside the box, even though I can already tell you there's not much. So the SIM card, which you will not get in your retail packaging, most likely, got a SIM ejector tool right here. And then we've also got a USB-C to USB-C data cable. That is it. Then you got your quick start guide, all that good stuff. Because this is Samsung's unit and not mine, I'm going to try and keep everything as nice as possible because we respect their stuff. So that's it for the box. Quite the unboxing. Yep, anyway, show's over. Here it is, Galaxy S22 Ultra in that sweet dark burgundy. When I first saw this color in the renders, I was like, not really a fan. However, look how dark that is. This is really like a very nice dark burgundy color. It's very nice. And the color cutout, this hardware itself is very attractive to me. I really quite like it. And they don't stick out a lot from the body. It's this is a good looking phone. If you're a fan of the Note 10, I mean, this is a Note 10 body. This is very much the same thing. It's got these rounded corners, very curved glass here on the sides. It's a Note 10. That's what it feels like. And of course, Galaxy S22 Ultra coming in hot with the S Pen. Welcome back, S Pen. I mean, everyone's got to be freaking out, right? So I'll go ahead and power this on. And while I do that, let me talk about specs real quick for the 22 Ultra. Android 12, of course, with One UI 4.1 on top, secured by Knox, yes. A 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED, 3080 by 1440 Infinity O Edge display, up to 120 Hz refresh rate. Both devices, the entire line, Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processors, up to 12 gigs of RAM in this device, 5,000 milliamp hour battery, 4 cameras. As we saw on the backside here, 108 megapixel main camera, 12 megapixel sensor, and then 2 10 megapixels, so ultra wide, and 2 telephoto lenses. On the front here, which is unique to this device, is the 40 megapixel front facing camera. You've got IP68 rating. Like I said, the S Pen's got dual SIM, eSIM, and 2 nano SIMs. Although that may also depend on your region. I'll check on that. It has wireless power share, DeX, Knox. What doesn't it have? It's got the ultrasonic fingerprint display, fingerprint reader, 5G connectivity, Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.2, and it weighs 229 grams. I mean, this phone, this has it all. If you're all about those specs, you can't really go wrong with the Galaxy S22 Ultra. And now with an S Pen, I'm sort of calling this phone the Galaxy S Note Ultra? S Note Ultra? Or Ultra Note S? I don't know, either way. Good looking device here. We'll dive into the software once we take a look at the Galaxy S22, but there is the Galaxy S22 Ultra. That's a handsome looking device right there. Again, this burgundy is actually kind of growing on me. I'll be completely honest. We've got burgundy all around the outside here. So you've got power button, volume rocker on the top here. We've got a microphone. On the left side, totally blank. Very nice. And on the bottom, we've got a S Pen speaker, USB-C port, another noise canceling microphone, and then your SIM tray. No expandable storage. Sorry. The base model is 128 gigs, which I think is a little odd for a device that starts at $11.99. However, during the pre-order process, Samsung is automatically bumping that up to 256 gigs of internal storage. So if storage is of concern to you, you may want to hop up on those pre-orders while you can. So there's that device. We'll go ahead and set that off to the side here while we take a look at the S22. Again, probably not much in the box. Again, we've got a T-Mobile SIM card. Just to confirm to everyone that there's nothing else in the box, let me take a gander. We've got your SIM ejection tool, quick start guide, and USB-C to USB-C data cable. And that is it. This phone starts at $799. Comes equipped with a lot of the same specs, technically, as the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Let me run down them here in a second. Let me go ahead and just... Oh, that felt good. Okay. Now we're doing good. First impressions. Let's go ahead and power this on real quick. This phone, I have held an iPhone in my life, believe it or not. This phone feels incredibly a lot like the iPhone 12 to me. Or is it the 13 we're on now? I can't remember. It feels like the latest iPhone. Extremely flat back. And the front is also extremely flat. I'm not going to be sure if I can show this off, but it is so flat. There is absolutely no curve here. And no curve on the backside either. This feels really nice. I am absolutely loving this. This is what it's like. So right here we've got a 6.1-inch dynamic AMOLED display. It's 2340 by 1080, so neither the S22 or the S22 Plus have QHD displays. They top out at Full HD Plus, but you do get the 120 Hz refresh display, thankfully. Again, Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, 8 gigs of RAM. Ay caramba. I'm always setting that thing off. Where was I? Oh, we were talking about Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, 8 gigs of RAM. Again, base storage 128 gigs, goes up to 256 gigs, so no terabyte option like you have for the S22 Ultra, which is pretty awesome. Battery, not huge, 3,700 milliamp hour. It's actually sort of a downgrade, especially a downgrade if you were considering this versus the S21 FE model. Backside, 3 rear-facing cameras, 50 megapixel, 12 megapixel, 10 megapixel, main camera, ultra-wide angle, so you got a wide, ultra-wide, and a telephoto. On the front here, with that Infinity O, you've got a 10 megapixel front-facing camera. Again, IP68, it's got the dual SIM, eSIM, it's got Knox, DeX, wireless power share, pretty much everything. It's got the ultrasonic fingerprint reader in the front display. It also has 5G connectivity, Wi-Fi 6E, Wi-Fi 6E, or no, just Wi-Fi 6, I believe, in this one. I take that back, maybe just Wi-Fi 6. I'll confirm and put that on the display. And it's 168 grams, and look at this beautiful color we have here. This is the pink gold Galaxy S22. On the right side here, you've got your volume rocker. You've got the power button right here. You've got noise canceling mic on the left side. And then on the bottom, we've got your SIM slot, noise canceling mic, USB-C port, and external speaker. So that's the S22. This thing, my first quick impression here is that this is some of the nicest Android hardware I've ever felt in my hand. This is an awesome size. I miss my Pixel 5 so much. Right now I'm using the S21 Ultra. This feels so good to me. Speaking of the S21 Ultra, I do have that phone here for size comparisons. If you were thinking about maybe trading in your S21 Ultra for the S22, there's that. But how about we compare apples to apples here? We've got the S21 Ultra next to the S22 Ultra. Pretty much, pretty darn similar looking. Look at that camera array. Very much the same there. You've got your zoom lens and all that good stuff there. Thickness-wise, it's not really any different at all. Of course, you have this very much like Note body here. I don't want accessibility mode. What would be a good comparison is the Pixel 6 to the S22 here. Oh yeah. Not a bad comparison. The S22 much smaller. Shorter, I should say, than the Pixel 6. Thickness-wise, I'm going to give it to the S22, but not by much. Both very handsome devices. And, you know, just because I like to be thorough, S22 Ultra versus Pixel 6. These are nearly identical. Oh boy, in terms of height, they are nearly identical. Not much difference. Thickness, not much difference. I mean, they actually kind of feel like the same exact phone. What feels like the same phone are these two. I mean, these are pretty much very similar devices. So, all right, that's my little hands-on. I'm going to go ahead, dive into some software, and show you guys what that is looking like. So stay tuned. All right, so we've got the S22 Ultra all set up here. Obviously, want to check out this one a bit more than the S22 simply because it's got that S Pen functionality. So real quick, before I show you any of that, you know, not too much has changed here. We do have Android 12 with One UI 4.1. And going to just dive here into the settings real quick and go over a couple of those quick things before we kind of give you like a whole tips and tricks spiel. But if we jump in here, about phone, software information, we can see we've got One UI 4.1, Android 12, September 1st Play System update, and then if we all the way at the bottom here, we've got the January patch. So not February yet, but that's okay, no big deal. The phone's brand new. If we scroll up, so real quick, the first thing I wanted to talk about is, you know, it's still got buttons out of the box. Real quick, the first place I go to with any new phone is the display, and you can, you know, obviously switch between light and dark mode. That's all fine and dandy. Mess with your adaptive brightness, all that good stuff. But here's where you're going to find that 120 hertz option. So to set it to adaptive, that's the way it should be. And if you scroll a little bit further here, you've got your screen resolution. So you can go toggle between that FHD+, WQHD+. Full HD probably going to give you a bit better battery life, but hey, if you want 120 hertz WQHD, you know, it's your phone. Do whatever you'd like. Then a little bit further, you've got navigation bar, and you know, Android's all about those swipe gestures now, so go ahead and enable them. I have found, you know, on Samsung devices that it can be a little bit difficult with Samsung Pay also being down there, but that's right. You get used to it. Not that big of a deal. So let's talk about the S Pen real quick. I got like a little bit of a beef. My first thing, time I went to go open it, I went to the right side and then realized that it's on the left side. And that feels weird. I don't like that. You know, if I'm holding it in my left hand, this might be great for a right-handed person. But if I'm holding it in my left hand, you know, then I have to go and like kind of rub up on my palm here and like look at this awkwardness and then pull it out. So once you get the pen out, you know, not, you know, just kind of nitpicking aside, you've got an S Pen, and Samsung says that this is the best S Pen they have made for any device. So you've got your standard S Pen options. You can create notes, view your notes, smart select on the display, screen write, do live messages, AR Doodle, translate. You can dive into S Pen settings here. You've got all those air actions, which I was just showing, so you know, when you kind of hover over and you just open it up. You've got gestures, whole bunch of stuff, kind of gives you an idea of how to, you know, use the actual S Pen itself. So there is a lot of stuff. Obviously I've only opened the device up from the box here a couple of minutes ago, so I haven't really had a chance to play with much, but I imagine it'll be great. There's a little DL and a smiley face for you. How about a little star? There you go. Feels great. Feels very responsive, Samsung. You know, me personally, not the biggest user of the S Pen, but I won't knock it. I know there are lots of hardcore S Pen fans, all you multitasking business users, you note-taking fiends. You guys are great. So I'm going to just go ahead and reinsert that there. Yeah, right there on the left side. So odd to me, but that's just me. So, S22 Ultra and Galaxy S22. Lot to get into here. Kellen is going to be helping me in terms of getting all the content. You know, two big device releases. You know, it's all hands on deck. So we will be tackling these devices in tandem. We're going to be talking about tips and tricks, first 10 things to do. We're going to go over all of it. So just, you know, enjoy the ride. Strap in, get some popcorn, have a good time with us. And as we get ready for those full reviews down the road. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them down in the comments. We'll try and field them. And in the meantime, we are Droid Life. Peace.